I think we have trained people into believing that their feelings matter more than facts, that they can indulge how they feel, and that somehow that has some greater validity than evidence and data. This is largely an invention, I'm sorry to say, of the political left. Perhaps because they can't win arguments on merit, so they try, to win them on feelings instead.
Give me an example of how the left does this, in your opinion.
Well, Black Lives Matter is a perfect example.
Right.
The statistics just simply don't justify what Black Lives Matter claim. If you look at like black on black violence, white on black violence, black on white violence, the smallest one of those four, the tiny little sliver, when you look at the overall data, tiny little sliver is white on black violence. This doesn't happen, compared to the amount of whatever. If they really cared about black lives, they'd be looking at the data, they'd be looking at evidence, they would be asking for better schools in black communities, they would be addressing gang violence and gun crime. They would be probably, by the way, because of the huge obesity problem in the black community in America, working on healthy food initiatives. But they don't care about that because it's not really about fixing things. It's about this politics of grievance and victimhood and self-indulgence. And now other people are starting to pick up on this. They've realized that it worked for feminists, it worked for blacks, it worked for gays. So now everybody can do it. Now everybody can start cashing in on this culture of victimhood and grievance and offense-taking. I don't like it because it is profoundly counterfactual and because it takes us further away from the truth, from reason, from evidence, from logic. But it is even, when people say we live in a post-fact era, normally they're trying to get at people like Trump. Normally they're trying to insinuate that right-wing populist movements, play fast and loose with the facts. Well, the left invented that. To the extent that's true, they invented it. They started telling people that their feelings were more important than the data and the evidence, saying these definitions that have now made it into law in European countries, where, offense-taking is determined by whether somebody felt offended, right? Well, who's to say what they feel offended? You can't get into other people's head. These subjective laws about feelings are like a cancer, and they're growing, and they're on the statute books in Europe, and we are now starting in law to predicate people's feelings over facts.